The famous fountain of youth that Ponce de Leon was busy traveling around the world looking to be able to find it. Since the 1500s, this has been, if I could say, somewhat of a legend, you want to call it a myth, of people that have always tried to find the key to living forever. Alchemists in China or in the Renaissance of Europe were creating the elixir of life in order to be able to find the solution to be able to live forever. Even Walt Disney commanded them to freeze his body until they'll be able to find the way that he can live forever. He himself was Mickey Mouse. You see that? He wants to live forever, just like Mickey Mouse that he created. He also wanted to live forever. But that is really found in our Parsha, in Parshat Chukat. Rashi brings down on the pasuk V'nishkafa al Pnei Yeshimon that when a person stands on the mountain in the area of the Kinneret and around Tiberia area, he can see the Be'er Shel Miriam. He sees the well of Miriam, the spring which went around with him in the Midbar, in the desert, and you see, he says it looks like a sieve. It looks like a certain misnenet that goes around and it travels around in the Kinneret if you're able to find it. If you draw from the waters there on Motzei Shabbat at a certain time and you get the bullseye, you hit the bullseye, then you have found the fountain of youth. The idea behind it is that it's a place that repairs any problems that a person has. Chas v'shalom, if there's anything that is wrong with a person, then he will be healed from the Be'er Shel Miriam. Says the Beit Yosef Moran, this is in Halacha, in Reis Tzaditet, in the Halachot of Malava Malka, when he's speaking about the Halach of Motzei Shabbat. Uncanny of him, the Beit Yosef, Rav Yosef Cairo, brings down from the Midrash. It's a Midrash in two places, in Vayikra and Bamidbar Rabbah, that says that a woman went down on Motzei Shabbat to draw water from the Kinneret. She went and she stood and she waited she extended her stay over there while she was going and drawing water. She came back home on Motzei Shabbat to her husband, who was a mukat shchin, who was a person that had many boils on him and was very, itchy and hurts and painful, but that was his lot in life. When she came home, like I said, she came late, and surprise, surprise, her husband raised his voice. He screamed at her. He got mad at her. "What's with you? I'm waiting for you. Don't you know I'm thirsty? How long does it take you to get here?" He went ahead and he got frustrated, irritated, and upset at his wife. Because of all the tumult that happens and everything, all the water spilled on the ground. As the water spilled on the ground, a few drops of water that spilled on the ground sprinkled on top of this guy's hand, and his hands were healed. They were clean as a whistle, something he never felt for years. All his boils on that hand got healed, but his whole body remained in boils. She found the Be'er Shel Miriam, but he lost everything, as the Beit Yosef brings. Adam Sheragzan, a person who has an anger, has a temper tantrum, Rak ala biyadoi ragzanuta. The only thing that he has in life is ragzanut. All that he comes out with is his anger. He never comes out with anything. The man lost because of his frustrations, because instead of being complacent, because instead of tranquility, which gives you real life, he went ahead and decided to take the angry way and lost the fountain of youth. And this, I think, is a remiss to the idea that we all have the fountain of youth in our day and age also. That's right. You don't have to run to look for the Be'er Shel Miriam, try to hop it and try to climb some mountain in order to find it. You know what it is? Relax. Calm down. Stop being upset at the world around you. I know the world irritates you. I know they don't meet your interests or the things that you're striving that everyone should be trying to be, and everyone should meet your interests. But if you live a life of calmness, tranquility, and complacency, you will live a longer life. That's right, you will be able to do. It has been proven and checked almost scientifically that hormones known as the adrenaline hormone or the cortical hormones are produced as a result of a person who is angry. Now, when a person gets angry once in a while, I'm not saying it's good, but it's not so bad. It's not the end of the world, as they say. This is only referred to people who are consistently stressed out, always angry, always frustrated, irritated at the world. Why is dinner late? Why can't the place be clean? Why are my kids like this? Why does the rabbi act in such an annoying way? Why is the neighbor building when I didn't ask him to? Why is the world such a difficult place to live? A person who lives like this gets inflammation, which causes heart disease, diabetes, and other age-related conditions, cell aging, which comes as a result of the shortening of telomeres, which is a protective cap on one's chromosomes, which causes biological type of a certain biological type of aging. Obviously, it can cause some serious cardiovascular strain, which obviously is very much pressure on one's heart, which it raises incredible amount of heart disease, and one's immunity, his immune system, everything that protects you from diseases, of course, also gets weakened. It becomes much more callous and weak. In other words, when a person, like Chazal told us, a ragzan, an angry person, he only comes out with his anger. You only lose from it. Now, Chazal, I'm not saying it caused the person to drop dead on the spot, but he loses all his protective devices. It causes diseases. It causes short strains in the heart. And what do you really gain from it? Nothing more than chronic anger and stress, which causes physiological wear and tear, as we can well understand. Instead, when a person is somewhat emotionally regulated, he works on himself to lower the amount of stress in his body. He tries to get himself in a space where I can live with everybody around me and it's okay, and there's room for other ways of thinking than my way, then you will be able to live a longer life. That is the secret of the fountain of youth. If you're busy getting upset at your child or someone else for smoking a cigarette, well, maybe it's time for you to start getting and weaning not only from a cigarette, not weaning him from a cigarette, but weaning yourself from having an anger problem.